Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 5 of Hosts&Co. I'm Kreas,
And I'm Finley. Oh, I
and
totally didn't mean
Finn
to
is
ask.
butting in. And
Sorry.
today we have a very special guest, Nycto.
So special.
Very special.
So very special. I just wanted to take the time to first thank you guys for having me on your show, and if it's no problem, I'd like to spend about 20 minutes to talk to the sponsor of this episode. It's Tackle Spackle. For when your tackle box has holes in it, you can spackle them now. Buy Tackle Spackle. Made by the makers of flange hammers. Flange hammers for when your flanges need flattening. Get a flange hammer. Why not? You need one.
I love it.
Indeed. Okay, so before we get to the lecture, air finger quotes, we will do our usual brief life updates with Kreas and Finley.
Oh boy.
Go team!
I'll get
Yay.
my popcorn.
Well, since I recorded 4 days ago, not much has happened.
Nick's birthday was Saturday.
Ooh.
My brain baby is now 1 year old. Hoorah!
Aww.
We didn't really do much. We were kind of stayed at my boyfriend's house all day, and he played Xbox, and my boyfriend bought him some oranges to eat with his peanut butter. And
Wait,
that was
what?
really... Yeah, he eats oranges with peanut butter. It's his favorite food.
Why would you do that?
It's not actually bad. Not
It's
bad.
got the,
That sounds
that's
not
the exact
good.
same reaction that I had. It's okay.
I eat it with breakfast a lot.
Apples and peanut butter maybe, but oranges with peanut butter do... How would you put the... Wait, how does that work on a mechanical level? Oranges are, like, squishy on the inside. How would you spread the peanut butter on orange slices?
You scoop it with a spoon and put it on the top and then bite, and then you keep doing that. Over and over. Yep.
Sounds very unhealthy.
It's good.
Like, just because it's an orange doesn't make it automatically healthy if you're drowning it in peanut butter.
And
Well,
just because it's good doesn't necessarily mean that it's, good for you.
well, I mean, at least he's eating kind of healthy. I mean, he tried to get me to eat a whole pizza the other day, which did not work out well. So I'd rather have him eating a whole orange than a whole pizza. Anyway,
That's true.
I was listing what he got for his birthday. He's kind of big into the new Jurassic World movie, which I don't know why, and I'm not even gonna bother questioning it. But he's really
The hell
big.
do you mean you don't know why? That movie was amazing.
It was, but like he has like a weird obsession for it. Like he wanted to listen to the soundtrack the other day, which is just like the original Jurassic Park theme song with like a couple other instrumental songs. It was weird. And then yeah. So I got him, all this is for the Wonderland since I couldn't really afford him the actual gift that I got him, but the motorcycle, it's a I can't remember the name for it, but the motorcycle that Owen rides in the movie, which is the character's name, I got him one of them, except for it's dark blue.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's really good.
Go out and see it.
Well,
I will forcefully make you.
There's a lot of movies on my to see list, like Inside. oh God, bug. Like Mad Max, Jurassic World. I still haven't seen the second Avengers movie. Also, apparently, Inside Out is very.
I want to see
Tulpa-esque.
that. It looks really cute.
Yeah,
I was
I've
told
seen
it
all
is
of those
mandatory.
apart from Inside Out.
I was told you must see it.
Oh, the bike's name is a Triumph Scrambler. Triumph Scrambler. Blah, blah.
And this episode is brought to you by Inside Out by Disney Pixar. Look for the people who live inside your brain. Tulpas.
And then Destiny got him a thunderstorm and a jar with lightning. It's pretty cool. Isaac got him a sword, which has now become his like backup sword in case shit hits the fan, quote unquote. Faith got him a velociraptor skeleton, which is pretty cool, and again refers back to the Jurassic World movie. And she probably would have gotten him a real one if I hadn't suggested against it, because it probably would have tried to eat him. But whatever.
I think she was pretty worried as well.
It's all good. The skeleton is still pretty cool. And then Kraos, you got him the second best gift. He got him some art done of Faith. Winky face art. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it, cause yeah. But it was cool, and he had fun, and he pretty much hung out the entire night, but yeah.
Well, that's good. And also, you should be receiving in the mail our gift to him for his birthday. It's the Tackle Spackle Tackle box, so you could carry your Tackle Spackle in a tackle box.
Cool.
Made by the makers of Tackle Spackle
Very
and
cool.
Flange Hammer. You're welcome.
Can't wait till my birthday at the end of the month. Cough, cough.
Oh, yes. I'll get you a Flange Hammer. It'll be
Excellent.
fantastic.
I look forward to it.
No more unruly flanges for you, sir.
Is that like from phalanges, like the fingers?
No, it's like a flange. It's a mechanical
Oh.
part
Okay, I'm sorry.
for mechanics.
Aha. Okay, the next point is intro guest. So go ahead. Introduce
Oh.
yourself.
Oh, I should have prepared something for this. Oh, hold on. Let me just pull out my big old piece of paper, which I didn't actually write. Right, so hello, I am known as Agent Nycto on the internet. I have a tulpa. Her name is Siouxsie. She's a four-eyed cat demon monster. Within the past 2 years, I've actually done a lot with the community. I own and run the subreddit Tulpa Lounge, which you should check out if you like the subreddit. It's where you can have off-topic conversations. I now currently am running Theory Thursday, and we're always looking for new people to post their theories on Thursdays. I've written the bullshit-free metaphysical guides on the subreddit, which are filled with amusing pictures and sometimes videos. So even if you don't like that, you should maybe check it out, because everybody likes pictures on the internet, except for bad people. And also blind people. Also, I own and run #meta on the Tulpa IRC, where you can talk about all sorts of metaphysical stuff, like occult things and tulpas and whatnot. And there you go.
That's also our secret topic for today. Yay!
Super secret.
How long have you been around in the community?
Well, let's see. I found the community about 2 years ago. We'll go with about 2 years ago at this point. I was browsing the R Occult subreddit, and there was somebody saying, "Hey, what do you occult people think about tulpas?" And everybody in there was going, "Oh my god, tulpas are terrible, berg," including a specific individual who was pretty much laughed out of the subreddit for his unorthodox views for tulpa creation. Something about jizzing on rocks, I don't know.
What?
And that's why that happened. I mean, that might be beneficial, but yeah, people didn't really take him too seriously. And he's kind of been like, "Yeah, well, tulpas, they're stupid. And these are people who clearly don't know what they're doing, and blah, blah, blah." And I figured if it would annoy the people in the occult subreddit that much, maybe I should check it out. And then I did. And I was like, oh, hey, tulpas.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, we can link your Imgur album for Siouxsie if you have one in the description if you guys want to check her out. She's pretty badass.
Oh, she is so lovely and filled with teeth. and biting of things.
Nom 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 nom. Okay, then let's dive right into our metaphysical topic.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, that was awesome. Sorry, I just caught a fly with one hand. Anyway.
It was the one from my mouth.
I'm not very. I really don't know a lot about this type of stuff, so I'm just gonna try to put input here and there. But if I'm quiet, please don't think that I'm dead or something.
Okay.
Okay. So, shoot, wherever you want to start.
Okay. Well, the whole tulpa concept has been like an occult, metaphysical or magic, because you have to add that extra K for some reason. Magical concept for a while, but it's basically. The metaphysical community is a little weird because everybody has their own perceptions of things, their own beliefs and everything.
Right,
and
right.
There's a lot of bits, the Venn diagram for everybody, and those are the bits I try to put in my handy dandy guides that you should totally check out and look at the funny pictures for. Tackle spackle. Anyway, but basically it all boils down to using this spiritual energy, which a lot of cultures have talked about. You know, some call it chi, some call it ki, some call it mana, some call it just straight up energy, some call it I don't know what, just
Soul.
rocks. Soul. Well, the soul's what make those things.
Ah,
Souls.
okay.
To use a metaphor for metaphysics, if a soul is a like a candlelight, the energy it makes is like the light and the heat that are radiating off of it,
Cool.
off of the flame.
That makes sense.
And there's all sorts of different types of energy. There's like elemental things, like if you're standing in a forest and you're like, oh wow, look at all these trees, I have all of these tree feels. That's, you know, foresty energy. If you're super angry, then, you know, that's angry energy. There, you know, it's a lot to do with feelings. You gotta get
All
in touch with
those
those feels.
feels.
All of every feel.
Also, sorry, I want to put in a side note. The opinions on here, they're our own, so don't yell at us if you have different views and all that jazz. We're gonna
Yeah,
respect your opinions. Please respect ours. All that hoopla. Go
yeah.
team.
We have all heard the arguments for and against everything already, so it's okay. We already know.
Yeah.
We're good.
But yeah. And like so right, energy, metaphysics, using this energy and stuff. People use it to like cast spells. Like that's taking energy and making it do a thing. Woo! You know, that's pretty much it. So while metaphysics does use psychology to get you into the right mindset so that you're more in tune with, say, a specific deity's energy or like a specific kind of intention that you have to do.
Does that count as meditation? Or some form of it?
Meditation is like a specific action, and you could do that without doing any
Right.
sort of metaphysical thing. It's literally just a mental exercise, and
Mhm.
it's good for people who want to do metaphysical stuff because it helps you with your mental focus and everything. But you could still meditate without doing anything metaphysical. But
Okay.
but yeah, like you would use psychology to. Well, it's kind of hard to focus on writing your term paper in the middle of a frat party, for instance. You know, it's you set yourself in the right mindset in the right location to do specific things. Like you want to do like a healing thing, you go to what things you associate with healing, like maybe water, or maybe like some nice earthy stuff, and you like can sit and focus on that and be quiet and get yourself into the right mindset. So there's some crossover. Um, I personally believe that no matter what you think a tulpa is, you could have a psychological mindset or a metaphysical mindset or a combination thereof, but it kind of doesn't really fucking matter because, tulpas, they're there.
Sound like a
So,
plan.
it's like, I'm nerd psychology only, blah blah, metaphysics are stupid. Well,
To each
I
their
got
own.
I got a tulpa, so we're clearly, everybody's doing something right, whether you think it's because of magic or because of your brain working funny, it doesn't really matter.
I like
Yeah.
to think that we have one foot on both sides because, like, who's to say that we're only just one thing, or you know what I mean? Like, we like to stay on the line between the
Magic
two.
is just science that hasn't been discovered yet.
Yes, that.
I don't know, I really don't take fantasy authors as fact.
Well,
Well, yeah.
You know?
Harry Potter could be
I'm not going to
real.
suddenly
We don't
throw
know.
fire at you.
Huh? Wait,
Oh,
what?
I said Harry Potter
Sorry.
could be real. You don't know.
No, somebody said something about fire at me. What?
I said I'm not going to suddenly start throwing fire at you and stuff.
Why not?
That would be kind of cool.
What if
That
I
would be
want?
kind of cool, but
Except I'd be afraid, like, you'd
Yeah.
burn my house down or something, Chaos, and that would not be
probably
cool.
This
Knowing me, I
episode is brought to you by Fire. Fire. It's hot. You should try it.
yes. Excuse me while I open an alcoholic beverage. Oh no, it's fizzing everywhere. Ah.
Oh no.
Abort! Abort!
Oh no.
This is why you drink tea. Tea is safe. I also
Tea
just
is-
broke this Sharpie. Oops.
He is also not as fun. So,
Everything is just going wrong now.
so let's
This is
press
what your
on.
talks of magic have done to us.
I know, right? It's cursed. So, speaking of talks of magic, well, give me another question. You guys have questions.
Yes.
I have answers. We should trade.
Where did it originate from? Like the theory of metaphysicality.
Metaphysics and magic and everything? That's,
Yeah. Like
Are
where?
you really asking where magic originated?
Yes.
You,
What culture did it come from? I want to know everything.
every culture, the whole concept behind ritual and magical practice and association, animalism, shamanism, and everything, that's been around longer than we've had written language.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Every culture has had it. Every culture has it. It's been with humanity since the beginning. So we don't. The answer is we don't know. It's just too fucking old.
Good answer. I'm sorry, it was a random question off the top of my head. I had to put something in there. I couldn't just leave it empty space. We try to avoid empty space.
And here I was thinking you had a list.
No!
You totally
I
had a list.
I was supposed to make a list, okay? But
See, I thought you'd made a list,
forgot.
and this is why I haven't been asking questions, because I haven't got a copy of the list, and I thought you did.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody.
This is professional.
I am such a disappointment.
I am so disappointed, son.
So disappointed.
Why would you do this to me? Okay,
Sorry.
well, just make up some quick. Ask me questions about me, metaphysics, Siouxsie, everything. Oh,
Okay.
you can do it. Wait, no.
Wah.
Let's let him do one.
Okay.
You had
yeah.
your chance.
I
You
blew
had
it.
your chance. You get it. You go in the shame
Okay.
box. This episode
Now-
brought to you by the shame box. Teach your kids a lesson. Put them in the box.
Pear Wiggler. That's one for the IRC crowd. Anyway, I have no idea what to ask now that I got a chance.
Ha!
I always do this. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
Have you practiced any metaphysical? Well, I mean, what kind of I can't even word now. What kind of metaphysical things have you done with Souks?
We've done a lot. Like I said, came to this from the occult perspective and everything. So when I read up on this, it's like these people are like making souls, but it's not quite because it's different, and you're oh wow, there's all sorts of implementation that you could do with this. So like with a lot of magical practices, you can try to summon down a deity and work with them. And you could do something very similar with tulpas. With metaphysical practices, you could, use a familiar. Familiars, you know them, like witches, cats, those things.
Yeah.
You could do the same thing with a tulpa. You could use them to communicate with other spirits, or even send them off to go do some juju on their own and everything. They can even act as literally just another practitioner, helping you like within a group ritual. So, tulpas are crazy useful for if you were doing any sort of magical work for your religion or otherwise, because they can do a hell of a lot. They're really cool that way.
I've never really thought about it that way before.
Neither have I.
That's really cool. Yeah, I spilled alcohol all over myself again. Damn it.
Okay, I have a question. Where would you start if you wanted to create a tulpa by purely metaphysical means?
Well, hold on a second. The problem with that is that everybody likes or resonates with or does things in a different way. Like,
right.
Some people like Christian magics. Some people prefer more like voodoo stuff or paganism, or some people like doing long, complicated, all night long rituals, and some with lots of tools, and some people just like going pew pew, I shot energy out, I did a thing. So I've always been an advocate for make a ritual up yourself. Do what you think works right for you.
Like you said, magic comes from like all across the world, so there's many different ways of doing stuff.
Yeah, and if it doesn't mean anything to you, it's pretty much worthless. So don't take everything that I or anybody else says as the only way to do things, and make up shit on your own.
That's basically the same way with psychological.
Mm-hmm. Do what works for you.
Yeah, pretty basically. Much. Because if it doesn't work for you, why would you do it? You're not getting anywhere. But personally, I would definitely suggest checking out those guides that I wrote, because they're filled with fun pictures.
Sorry, just if you provide us with a link, we'll put it down in the description.
Yep.
Oh, I will. Oh, and I also forgot. If you have questions for Siouxsie, you two can ask them here. But if you're not part of this show, which is like most of the rest of the world, you can ask Siouxsie questions on her Tumblr of Ask Siouxsie something Tumblr something, and I will draw pictures for that, and I'm sure you guys will definitely put links for that too.
Oh yeah.
I'm following that blog actually, and it's rather amusing.
It is.
Good. I try to be rather amusing. But right, back to your question. How, instead of telling you how I would do it, I'll tell you how I did do it. Like I said, first one on the subreddit went, this is cool. And actually, I wasn't sure about making a tulpa at first. I was like, okay, there's a lot of ethical questions that I have about this, and I used that sidebar, hint, that people should use, and use the search function.
Read the goddamn sidebar, newbies!
Seriously, read the goddamn sidebar. Public service announcement. Just read the goddamn sidebar. There is literally everything about tulpas you could ever possibly want to know right there in the sidebar with links. and everything. Just shut up. Just read it. Alright, anyway.
We love you, newbies. Just kidding. But seriously, still read the sidebar.
I'm not
yeah.
kidding. Read the
Right.
fucking sidebar before
Yeah.
you post anything. Stupid. So, I made a post, saying, okay, well, why should I create a tulpa? Not why shouldn't I, but why, what would be a good reason to? Because I couldn't figure out, like, an ethical reason to make one, because it's like, oh, what if it helps me with this? Oh, that I don't know, that doesn't sound ethical. Oh, what if it could help me do this? Oh, that doesn't sound ethical either. And so I was looking for a good reason. And then 2 users talked to me about it. One was like the Walrus or something, who is no longer active. I think they deleted their account, so I can't even get their username right. And the other one was one of our old friends of the community, Nobilis. And
Yay!
yes, and so yeah, definite shout out to Nobilis, because
Right.
After talking to them, it's like, maybe I'm overthinking it. I should just make one. And they seem to think that it's not a bad idea, and that I'm not a douchebag because I'm asking questions like this, so maybe I should do it. So what I did after, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make one, I laid down in my bed and thought, well, what would she look like? Because I'm an artist and I like to draw things. And so immediately, like, popped into my head exactly pretty much what Siouxsie would look like. So I just drew like a whole bunch of sketches before I fell asleep, like how her legs worked, how her head works, everything else, and then fell asleep. And then after that, I just did a lot of passive forcing. Like, literally, I did it. I passive force still, like, 90% of my day.
Same here.
Like all day, every day. If you want a tulpa and you want one done right, force as much as you can. Passive force like a motherfucker. As for the metaphysical aspect, I did do, for the first couple of weeks, I would take my own personal energy and I would focus it and help make the energy body that Siouxsie uses and put forth my effort into it, which is a lot like direct normal forcing. Passive forcing, you're, in a metaphysical sense, you are still giving your energy and focus to whatever you're doing. But direct forcing is like, okay, I'm going to do like this ritual and boom, build a body and everything. But then it was very simple. I didn't do like a complicated ritual of summoning elements and spirits and making a circle and all this other crap that other people do. I was like, no, this is what's gonna happen. And one of the weirdest things was that I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure how much of that process was me or just Siouxsie being like, yeah, I fucking exist now, boom.
That's how Nick was. It kind of sounds like really similar. Like, we made a pro and con list, and I was like, should I do this? I don't want to fuck shit up. I'll be stuck with him for life. I gotta think this through. And then after I started creating him, I kind of like shoved a ball of energy like at what I had imagined, and like it worked. I mean, he changed his form eventually, but like I still got, that's because he didn't want to look like a douchebag, but
Siouxsie's done a few change of forms, but not really that many.
Like, the only thing he really changed was like he gave himself dreads instead of like the short typical guy haircut. He added more piercings and tattoos, and he grew like 6 inches. He's a moose. That's pretty much it though. Like, but it sounds really similar to what you did, for the most part.
Yeah.
I also
what about you, Chuckles?
yeah.
Everyone else seems so cautious about it. Like, I hung around for 2 months before I created Des, but that wasn't really just because I was cautious, that's mainly because I just wanted to know everything, and then I just kind of dove into it. And it worked out okay. I'd had a few, I'd had a few experiences with Wonderlands for like 4 years before that, I believe. Like, I'd kept a Wonderland around for pretty much 90% of my day. I was that involved in my own daydreams at that point. And I guess that strengthened, like, whatever part of my brain I needed or something. Because Des spoke within 6 days.
Nice.
And sorry?
I said nice.
Yeah. And she's just been generally changing herself, like, subtly since, constantly, pretty much. Like, nothing sudden, but she's changed completely since the first phone.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
Siouxsie was just like, I need to get rid of these weird things on the back of my legs, and I want bigger tits, and boom. That was pretty much it.
Fair enough.
I wish it was really just that easy. Like, bam, I want bigger tits, come on!
Boom.
Wish it was that easy, without getting fat, but, sorry.
Only one of us could sort of relate to that, and she fixed her problem pretty easily, so not really.
Right. Awkward silences.
That is not silence. That is you speaking. There is a difference.
I think we've got, oh shit, we're on half an hour now. Do you guys want to just roll into the questions that we've got? We got 16 of them.
Oh, I thought you said there weren't questions.
Yeah.
I was deceived.
No, questions asked by other people for our questionnaire, which next time we post one, everybody should give us questions because we really need stuff to talk about on the show.
Wait,
this is what she does to us next show.
So wait, these are questions for... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm done. You just...
They're questions in general, not purely metaphysical based questions.
See, and now Finn's interrupting you.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just wondering, like, is this towards me, or towards Siouxsie, or towards everybody on the podcast, or...
Everybody. Anybody who wants to answer them.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I could get Siouxsie. Have you guys actually switched on the podcast? I don't know.
Yeah, we did last one.
Yep.
I did not listen to that.
Well, thanks.
I haven't had a chance to. I for like an early birthday present, I took Siouxsie out to the Flogging Molly Dropkick Murphy show that was here locally. Which,
what?
Jelly.
Yeah, she had a blast, and we got sucked into the mosh pit like 7 times. And totally switched out for Flogging Molly because she likes that sort of thing.
Right.
Nice.
So I'm not sure where I was going with that. I'm humble bragging, I think. Is that how you do that? Is that how you humble brag? I'm pretty sure that is. I'm not hip to these trends.
You got the basis
I believe
of
so.
it.
But,
okay, let's roll into the questions then. We're sorry if we also butcher your names. Apologies.
You should be used to it by now. It's fine.
Kayanek.
I'm gonna get Siouxsie.
Okay.
I'll have her answer these.
I'll grab Des, I guess.
Nick's like, do I want to come out? Just shove Finn.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it. Ask a question.
Alright, Jesus Christ. This is Nick now, just so y'all know. Do you want tulpas to go mainstream? And what do you think would happen if they did? No! Fuck that.
Have you fucking seen anything about like the otherkins and shit? No, you don't fucking want the media to know about this shit. You don't want another fucking shitty ass documentary. Oh, look at what happened with Vice.
Right.
And for the record, just stating this now, they totally did not ask the same questions that they said I answered
Oh,
That's
in that article.
ugh.
do you want to tell us a bit about it?
Media.
He was like, do people fuck their tulpas? And we were like, oh yeah, sure, this is how they do it. And the way he phrased it in the article was made it seem like me and the dude bang all the time, and that's not the internet's biz.
Right.
Mhm.